Maybe I say it too often that activations don't matter. And I will say it again, they do and they don't. The reason why I said that is, even though I was born awake and aware, I chose, when I was between 20 and 22, to close it all down and to be a full human. I didn't want to have anything to do with anything. And the reason why is because between 20 and 22, I decided to be a medium. Is it called a medium or a psychic? Meaning to see people's future. I loved reading hands, palmistry. I loved doing cards, tarots. It was a passion of mine. And then I started doing it for people. But I had no boundaries, and my body was a sounding board, meaning everything you felt in your body, I felt it in my body. I could tell you had a problem in your body because I was feeling the pain in my body as I was touching you. And I had absolutely no boundaries because when people were calling me, whatever the time, I was answering the phone. Meaning 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And I didn't know how to say no because they were so in need. And it created dependency where people cannot even take decision without calling you first to know if it was right, if it was a good idea, will there be consequences, and I was doing it for free. I was not even paid. And then one day, when I was 22, I decided to be paid for it. And the first customer, it was great. The second customer, she sat in front of me and I cried. And I cried and I cried and I cried. And then I said repeatedly, what did you do to yourself? What did you do to yourself? She had tried to kill herself many times. And I was feeling her pain, her mental confusion, and I was taking it as my own, as if I was the one feeling those emotions and those feelings. I shut it down very fast. I wrapped it up, and I decided to never again meddle with those things and to never try again anything psychic and stop all those things forever and ever. And then when I was 26, I went for some craniosacral work and I cried for 1 hour because I had hidden memories in my head. And I know that's not how a craniosacral therapy session is supposed to happen. But during that session, I unraveled everything. I to this day believe that she was also an energy worker. And she cleared my matrix. She cleared my crystalline field. And when I went out of that session, I went upstairs to the reception, waiting for her to come so we could have a talk. And the owner said, "Oh my God, you look like a completely different person." I had integrated my soul. And that helped me during my soul journey because I remembered what it was to integrate your soul. How does it feel? How does your human feel? But it didn't last. It was a huge activation, an unraveling of everything. She cleared it all. It lasted 30 minutes. I talked to her. I went out. I was feeling amazing. I was feeling as I should have been. The person I should have been. Not that person carrying childhood scars and everything. I was fully open to life and other human. And then a friend called me. And we had a small interaction, triggering interaction. And within the first 2 minutes of the conversation, I feel everything started closing down inside me. I didn't know what it was at that time. I didn't know they were chakras. But I felt them closing very fast. And then I went back to who I was before that. But that memory never left me. Because it was so beautiful. And I didn't know how to go back to that. So yes, you might feel activation that expand you. Where you feel high. You feel so happy. And then you collapse and you return to your other self. Sometimes you collapse fully. Sometimes you don't really go back to who you were before, but near. And the same activation, the full moon, the new moon, the same photonic light. And now it's the head being cleared, and now the heart being cleared. And it's happening over and over again. And the progress are very small. Because this is your matrix and your crystalline structure that you have to unravel and clear and integrate with the help of the sacred geometries. And by keeping a close eye on everything that is near you, your relation with your pets, with your family, with your friend, with your enemy, people you like or dislike, what you say and do and why you say it and do it. And one of the best ways to do it is to pay close attention to what you say and to find your true motive. Why you say, what you do, why you do what you do. And that is in your brain. In your thalamus, hypothalamus, hippocampus, and the fear in the amygdala. And then there is what you can see only when you are ready to see. Some stupid stuff. I spend my whole life thinking, oh, why that person is doing it? And then I have a new friend. Why she's doing it? And then suddenly, as I was thinking again, I cannot believe I meet another friend and she's doing the same thing. Something happened in my life and I had a clarity about it. The thought dropped in my universal mind. And I saw clearly I was doing it. I was doing the exact same thing, except I understood myself and my motivation. And so I was giving myself permission to do it because there was that understanding. Well, I do it for that reason. And it's not like her. I'm not doing it like her. I was making excuse for it. And once I saw that in myself, I could no longer judge others. And even it was not judgment, I couldn't be surprised by what others were doing. So sometimes you're just not ready to see what is inside you by yourself, and through you are working it with other people. And for that, the activation cannot help you. Because however much they will expand you, you will collapse and go back to who you truly are. You need the seeds. And they might be planted by other people, or by the moon, or the star, or the planets moving, or the universe expanding, collapsing, and the multidimensional reality merging with you. But it is truly with your heart, with your mind, with each part of your body, with everything, every little human things that you stuffed in your chakra, in your heart, in your sacral chakra, and in your throat especially, in all your brain system and brain stem, that you will have little by little to clear and to unravel by paying close attention to that as you do it. So yes, activation can be important, but only when you are ready for them. The work has to be done by you ultimately, and only by you. you can still enjoy activations. They are fun. And they anchor inside you, yes, it is true. I am more than I am. Let's continue that journey. But do not lose sight of what truly matters. You, yourself, the part of your body holding density, and your matrix and crystalline structure, your consciousness and awareness. As long as your consciousness matters, because it will not always matter. With much love.